And here he is. He hasn't quite recovered to his full strength yet, but he'll soon be back as a fully functioning member of the Thunderbirds team. If you're a keen Thunderbirds fan and tune in every Friday at 6 o'clock on BBC Two, then you won't need telling how popular the 25-year-old puppet show has become. It's got loads of new fans, like 7-year-old Sam Holmes from Waterlooville in Hampshire.
Dear Blue Peter, I thought it would be a good idea if Gerry Anderson, who invented Thunderbirds, could come into your studio and show us the rockets and puppets and tell us all about them and how they work.
And I agree. Welcome, Gerry Anderson, to Blue Peter. Thank you very much for coming in. Tell me, why do you think the puppets are so popular?
Well, I think in the case of Thunderbirds, kiddies love death, destruction, jeopardy, and Thunderbirds has all of that. But at the same time, it's a responsible show and the sort of show that parents are pleased, I think, for their kiddies to watch.
And where did you get the idea from in the beginning?
Well, at the time Thunderbirds was made, I remember there was this dreadful German mine disaster, and there were a lot of miners trapped underground, and I used to listen to the radio about special heavy gear being brought up in order to rescue them, and I thought, what a great idea to have an international rescue organisation.
Well, it is a brilliant idea. We think so today as well. Is it easier working with real actors or puppets?
Well, I think probably puppets, because at least they can't answer that.
And how do they work?
Well, first of all, if I can introduce Mary and Christine, who are two of our top operators on Thunderbirds. You can see the controls that they're holding, and these in turn are connected with very fine wires to the puppet. And so if Mary moves her control, you can see the way Penelope responds. And if we have a close look at Penelope and she moves her eyes, you can see that too is controlled from above. The hands are made from rubber, and there are wires running down in the middle of the fingers so that we can bend the fingers and make the hand do anything in a salute point or whatever. The wig is very special. It's made of human hair, just like a human wig, and each hair is individually knotted. If we take a close look at Parker, you'll be able to see his mouth moving, and that mouth movement is controlled by Richard, who's sitting on the side of the set, and he's operating it electrically. The electrical impulses come down the puppet wires into the puppet head and cause the mouth to move. When we made Thunderbirds, that all happened automatically.
That's fantastic. Which one's your favourite character?
Well, provided Penelope is not listening, I think it has to be Parker.
Yeah, he's definitely very popular. And do you think there's going to be another series of Thunderbirds, a new series?
Well, the show now belongs to an American company, and so it's really up to them. But I think with all the pressure that's on them now, with the way the show's gone down, I think Thunderbirds will go again.
Well, you've got stacks of fans here, so hopefully due to popular demand, we'll see another series. Well, probably the most glamorous character was, of course, Lady Penelope, famed for her poise, unflappability and good humour, even in the worst possible conditions. Lady P's constant companion, besides Parker, was her Rolls-Royce Fab 1. It doesn't actually have an engine, but its shocking pink body has recently been refurbished to its original gleaming splendour, and today it's worth £40,000. Features include deadly machine guns cleverly fitted at the front here in the grille, and if the grille moves round, the machine can fire out there. And on the tyre, on the hubcaps, there are some tyre slashers here, and a bulletproof canopy to protect the trusty chauffeur and his lady passenger. In fact, it was a rather rare sight to see Lady Penelope in the driving seat of Fab 1.
You really excelled yourself that day, didn't you, lady?
I think I did rather well. I feel sure I'd give John Leslie a run for his money in the Rolls-Royce. But Parker?
Yes, lady?
What I could really do with now is one of your lovely cups of tea. Everything stops for tea in this house.
Very good, lady.
Fortunately, it takes more than a cup of tea to stop BP. This is a model of an original dinky toy produced in the Thunderbirds' heyday. You can normally see it in Chester Toy Museum. If you bought one like this for £1 in 1967, that's about 5p these days, you'd be in for a little bit of a shock today. If it was boxed in perfect condition, it could be worth up to £400. But if you have got one, please don't ring us. To celebrate the success of Thunderbirds in the 90s, we've got 50 Thunderbirds Are Go books to give away, and they are crammed full of fabulous Thunderbird facts and figures with lots of pictures inside. What's more, one lucky winner will also receive the original resin models of the brand new Thunderbirds 1, 2, 3, 4 and Lady Penelope's Fab 1. Now this really is a collector's item. It's from these models that all other Thunderbird models were made. Just answer this question. Which Tracy brother pilots the submarine craft Thunderbird 4? Send your answer with your name, age and address to Blue Peter, P.O. Box 19, London W12 6BP. And the closing date for entries is Friday the 10th of April, so good luck.
And for those who are hungry for more Thunderbird facts, Gerry Anderson is taking some of the Tracy Island stars on tour all over the country and giving a series of talks to devoted fans. Luckily, Thunderbirds fans, old or new, don't have long to wait for the next episode. Here's a taste of the Cham Cham, which you can see tomorrow on BBC Two.
Hang on. Sorry, because I know you might be able to see them sometimes in Thunderbirds, but we don't want to be able to see yours. Your Blue Peter FAB show. It's back, of course, on... I've cut a bit of your jumper, of course, on Monday.